And away we go.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Finally, seeping is the key word here. Smart enough to figure it out. I just ask questions and talk shit. I'm not the
All I
news.
saw was a lake, mountains, and some trees. That's the running theme on this fucking podcast. Whoever deserves mocking, and that includes a host. Man, there is a record amount of meth in this place.
Smitty. Just sounds like stuttering Smitty.
Channel is 2022, y'all. Fuck milk crates, y'all.
Get the fuck out of here. What the hell? Everything. Hey, where am I? There I am. Sorry for tricking you. Which camera am I looking at? This one, that one? Only that one. Hi, guys. How are you? On this fine, bullshit, fucking cold, snowy, slick as fuck winter day, my seasonal depression. I don't want to say it's at an all-time high, but I can't wait for fucking sunshine, man. All the way. Like, how the fuck did we in the beautiful region of northern Michigan escape that dastardly weather that the rest of the country was having? We're all just like fucking but now, yeah, it's starting to get a little slick this morning. It's going to be a lake because it's getting into the mid to upper 30s today and tomorrow. So my whole fucking driveway is going to be a lake. Hey, if you're checking this out, I would, if you have not yet, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. Big things happening on the channel, happening on the podcast, all kinds of stuff, man. But yeah, I'm so fucking productive today. And honestly, the last week since the beginning of February, when I said it's punishment month, I'm just going to punish the shit out of myself, try to lose up to 20 pounds. It's not working as well as I'd hoped. But I'm shooting for 10 at least. 20 is the goal. It's a lot, I know. But I'm really punishing myself. Eating strictly just healthy, you know, vegetarian, although I'm doing like fucking pork rinds is like my sneak check. What did I say? Sneak check. How about cheat snack? Man, I'm sorry. It's just the way it happens sometimes. Sneak chat. That's what I did when I was in high school. Went away and snuck some chats in on the telephone, not the internet. That wasn't invented yet. Hey, anyway, happy What the Hell Everything Monday. What the hell everything Monday. So much fucking shit going on. And yeah, so productive. And honestly, you guys, one of the things I like to do, because, you know, if you're watching the podcast, listening to the podcast, you know, part of my goal is just to fucking do all kinds of shit, do whatever I want to do. I like, this is my main baby, the What the Hell Everything podcast, but I love to do the album review podcast with December and Michael. I love to do the written, produced theater style things like Smitty Cinemas and Substitute Santa. I also like to do like things like reaction videos because I fucking just love talking music. I love talking and trying to find new rock and roll. So I started this the reaction video thing on YouTube, on the What the Hell Everything with Smitty YouTube channel that you're probably on right now. And I started the stoner reactions, trying to find, you know, the rock radar. It was a bit I did on the radio. I'm like, I wonder if I can bring that back. I want to, you know, I've been wanting to do reaction videos for a while. I kind of figured it out. I can kind of do this, you know. And those are hitting. Yeah, they're hitting. The last fucking, I started with Devin Townsend. I'm not going to really get into it here on this podcast, but I can tell you that it is already been the best thing I've ever done, because I discovered, for me, clearly I did not discover Devin Townsend, but I discovered him for me, and that was enough because it's some of the greatest music I've ever heard in my fucking life. So this rock radar has already served its purpose, but it's starting to blow up, man. I'm reacted to a band called The Warning, and fucking their whole fan base is just like jumping on board, and I got a bunch of subscribers. Views are starting to go like this, and it's fucking kind of cool to watch, you know. It's fun. I'm talking to all kinds of people from all over the world. I told Brian, my old radio co-host, we did this fucking, it was a failed bit on the radio, but it was our favorite thing. And that would happen a lot, you know, it happens fucking a lot on this podcast or any of my podcasts. Well, that sounds like a good idea, but it probably isn't as awesome as you think it is. You know, time will tell sort of things. So we had just started doing our fucking afternoon show, and we're like, let's do this. Oh, wait, that's what it was. We had just started streaming. Our station had started streaming live around the world on the internet. And this is only in like fucking 2008. So it's not, it had been out for a while. You know, we just caught up late to the game. And we started doing this bit called International Shout Out, where we sang international shout out, and like would just be like, hey, hi Chile. Didn't work. But I told Ryan, I'm like, man, this fucking these reaction videos are global. We can bring the international shout out back. Let's not do that again. That's probably still a bad idea, but it's fucking awesome, man. I'm watching my fucking views and subscribers. That's going up. The word's getting out. It's fucking really awesome, man. And I'm meeting people. I got some patrons out of the deal. By the way, patreon.com/we3 Smiths. And that's where you will find the What the Hell Everything podcast video editions exclusively starting April 1st. Remember that. What the crapola is going on around here? There's all kinds of stuff going on, man. I saw the airborne 82nd Airborne landed in Poland as tensions with Russia rise, or whatever the fuck the word was. And I'm just like, you wonder, is it like it? I don't think it feels like things are getting to that level. You know what I mean? I know there's always posturing on either side, and how much is relative, you know, but it's weird. I have these different feelings because, you know, I was airborne when I was in the Army. So there's a, you know, there's a big part of me that's like, what the fuck you doing, man? I get that maybe we need to, I don't fucking know. You know, but the whole NATO community is pretty much in solidarity standing up against Russia right now. We're a part of that. So you're like, fuck, man, I hope this doesn't turn into something. There's also a part of me that's like, yeah, fucking airborne. And it's just India. You fucking do it. You know, I served in 96, from 96 to 99, and I was airborne. I'll remember that fondly for the rest of my life. So it's like one of the best experiences I've ever had, even though there's no fucking way I'm doing more than 3 years. But there's still that part of you. That was fucking, 20 plus years ago. But there's still a part of you that's like fucking, like when I saw that, I think it was the 82nd jumped into Iraq in after 9/11, 2003 probably. There was that fucking cheerleader party that I think fucking only if you served and only if you took part in any sort of thing like that, you're like, fuck yeah, get some. You know. So I have those two conflicting feelings, but God, everything's just stupid right now. I'm pretty sure I'll get to go to Ireland in 4 years. There's so much fucking conflict, man. Seems like most of it's needless. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure it's needed, right? Maybe. I don't know. What else? This, I can't believe how much I'm looking forward to watch Jackass Forever. I said I was going to go watch that in the theater. That is not going to be the case. I'm going to wait until I might actually do some sort of. Do I really want to do reaction videos to like everything I enjoy? My brother makes fun of me, and rightfully so. And I make fucking jokes too. I'm like, God damn it, man. You don't need to fucking record everything. Trying to get views. Patreon.com/we the number 3 Smiths. Just fucking whoring myself out all the time. Always. I'm like, I'll record it. Do it live, record it, do it live, put a fucking camera in front of you. Ew, why do I do that? But number 1 movie. And I thought that was fantastic. Because it looks like it's going to be my favorite Jackass ever. It might make me cry, which people on the outside looking in will say that is the dumbest fucking thing you've ever said in your life. But man, you got to understand. I love that shit so much. It was on TV at the height of my jackassness. What's the word? Jackassishness. My jackassishness. Okay, that's fantastic. And like it was just like all my fucking buddies, just doing stupid shit. And I followed him along, man, and just fucking fell in love with like all the guys and was, really fucking bummed when Ryan Dunn died. And didn't know how they were going to do it, but they introduced new cast members. And, Bam Margera is not there. He left in some sort of huff. They kicked him out maybe for some sort of substance abuse. I'm not sure. But I was like, Bam was never really my favorite anyway, if I'm being honest. And I didn't mean that. Bam always came across to me as some of the people I hated in fucking high school that could kind of bully you, say whatever they want, do whatever they want. They're fucking dicks to their parents, spoiled fucking rotten. You could just tell, and just walk over people. That's kind of the vibe I always got from Bam Margera. And it's like now you see those same guys in fucking high school and they're not doing so well. And so that's how Bam Margera reminds me of that now, of somebody in high school who could fucking do that kind of shit. And you get later in life and you're like, oh, that's not how it works necessarily. I can only get by on this smart ass fucking attitude so long, so it might even be better, because I was just always like, oh, fucking Bam Margera was just irritating to me. Man, how cool is that? That's number 1, it's fantastic. I was going to sign up for Fandango to see when it was, because I lost my Fandango app. I started signing up for it. And then, you scroll to get your birth date. I think it was Fandango. Anyway, the whole point of this is that I went on to sign up for something online, and then you go to get your birth date, and you just keep scrolling, it's like, am I ever going to get to the end? And that's how it feels like when your fucking birth date scrolling when you're signing up for shit online. I'm like, man, they could come up with something better. Just let me punch in my birth date. That's way easier and way less hurtful, which, by the way, they have like birth dates you could put in from like 3 years ago. What fucking 3-year-old? They have birth dates of like 2019 and 2020 that you can click if you so choose. How is that even possible? It's got to be at least a minimum of like 12 years old. This thing starts at 2010. How about that? It starts at 2010 and goes back from there. Fucking 3-year-olds aren't signing up for shit online. As I was getting a lot of joy the other day. How long now as a non-smoker? November of 2020 I quit. So just over a year and like 3 months now. And like I have had a couple strong urges lately, I'm not gonna lie. I work in a bar, people go outside to smoke all the time. I walk through smokers conversing, and most of the time it doesn't bother me at all. I have had a couple urges lately, and I bet you if it would have been the summer, maybe I would have reacted to it a little bit different. I don't know if when I say I bet you, that's not a guarantee. I don't know how I would have taken it this summer, because the reason I didn't is because it was fucking butt cold out. I almost went out to smoke. I thought about it hard. I don't know why. It was sounding really good. I almost asked somebody for a cigarette. I'm like, I bet I could have just one. And then your brain says that. You got to be like, no, shut that shit down. So what I just did, I convinced my brain to like feel sorry for those fucking poor bastards that it was cold. I said, how cold is it outside? Oh, they were like, oh, it's 5 or something. Maybe feels like minus. I'm like, no, I'll pity you instead. So that is like me actively, whatever you got to do, right? Actively pitying people. You fucking sorry bastards that are going out freezing your ass off. Your circulation already sucks because you're a smoker, you know. And now you're gonna go out there and fucking freeze your ass off some more. You're gonna come back in, and that's the thing too, man. When you're a smoker, I think it's every 10 minutes, especially when you're drinking, you want a cigarette. There's always, that's pretty much the lifespan of like nicotine in your bloodstream, that the effect you get from nicotine is very fleeting, you know? So as soon as it's gone, you want it again. And that's how this shit works. But yeah, like people at the bar, it's fucking hilarious. They're just always going in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. And you just be like, man, those fucking sorry bastards. I used to think of it as the cool kids, which is stupid, but I did used to think of it as like the cool kids meeting up. I don't know if I started pretty young, essentially. But man, you just got to pity them. You got to pity those poor bastards. Did I mention the new in a wildly different change of direction? Did I talk about the new Ghostbusters yet? Did I? I mean, it's got to be very careful, because if you haven't seen it yet, I don't want to spoil anything. But it's got my fucking stamp of approval. I bet you I've watched that movie. I bet I've watched it 3 times. Plus like 2 reaction videos. Because like I like watching them. That's why I like doing them. It's fun. But 3 times plus 2 reaction videos, and it's good every single time. I can't believe, because like, look, at this day and age, man, people will just take a franchise. I'm gonna take Bill and Ted, for example, which it wasn't the greatest fucking movie ever. The original Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was kind of stupid, but it had so much fucking charm and like fun in it that it totally made up for it. It was really genuinely fun. The second Bill and Ted, I was like, oh, it's not that good, you know. I'll watch it because it's kind of fun to watch them together occasionally to watch it, but I was like, well, I hope this third one is gonna be good. You know, it's wrapping up, doing the trilogy, wrapping up the story, maybe. And it was, honestly, it had to be the worst sequel I've ever seen in my life. It was fucking terrible. I hated every second of it, pretty much. I think there might have been a few bright spots. I haven't rewatched it yet. I told myself I'm going to, but no. So that's what I was worried about with Ghostbusters. Is it going to be a dud? Because the first one's a fucking masterpiece in comedy. The second one, sorry, had a sneezy face. The second one was along the same lines as, it was really fun, but it wasn't nearly as good as the first one, you know, which I'm all right with having a third one being one of those where it's, you know, it's all right, but it's not the first one. You know, there's only so much you can do. You can't duplicate a fucking masterpiece, you know. Now I will say the Kristen Wiig version, the female, quote unquote, female Ghostbusters from a few years ago, I liked it. I thought it was funny. It was fun. You know, I didn't hate it, but I wanted to see the story continue. And they acted like it didn't exist. It was a completely different Ghostbusters, you know. And again, I'm going to keep this as spoiler free as possible, It just got me. It just got me. The first time I watched it, I was like, Levi's watching it next to me, the other side of the room, and I had to like breathe really like carefully so I didn't like audibly sigh or sob because I was a fucking wreck, man, in a good way. But I was just like just trying to not fucking like just so I didn't want my brother to know I was fucking crying my ass off for a good portion of it. And I did the second time. I almost did the third time. And I did on one of the reaction videos too. God damn it. Man, they knew what they were doing. Honestly, I don't think it could be a more perfect fucking sequel. I don't know if I've ever seen a more perfect sequel to like a movie franchise. I would say that Ghostbusters 3 was not. Or no, excuse me, not Ghostbusters 3. Back to the Future 3. I'm thinking of my favorites. I don't think Harry Potter counts. Star Wars probably doesn't count. There's too many of those movies. It's got to be like a trilogy or some sort of like sequel. You know, one of the best sequels. We could do this fucking talk all day. One of the best sequels. I'm going to blank out and I'm not going to be able to talk about it, but it's got to be one of the best, you know. It's fantastic. Highly recommended. I liked it a lot. I also like this story a lot. I saw it, didn't read it. I figured we can read it together because it was full of ridiculousness and just a good example of how much we're just fucked. All of us are in a terrible idiocracy world. And the headline on this story from Rolling Stone: mother-daughter duo charged with murder in illegal butt injections case face a judge. Libby Adam and Alicia Galaz. I'm positive I'm saying that name incorrectly. They're charged with murder. Essentially, Libby and her daughter Alicia appeared in court together for the first time since being charged with murder in the death of Carissa Rajpal, whom they allegedly injected with silicone in an illegal butt lift procedure. The Wednesday hearing was scheduled as an arraignment, but neither defendant entered a plea. I was okay. I thought that's what that story was. I thought that the illegal butt injections, all it said was mother-daughter duo charged with murder in illegal butt injections case. It didn't say that they had killed her with an illegal butt injection. You didn't know where the murder lied, but apparently it was a bad ass injection. Just trying to put it together, just trying to wrap it around and let it roll around that little nugget. Just trying to. Why do we have to have fake asses in the first place? You know, every fake ass I see on Instagram, because I see a lot, I can't even help it sometimes. I don't follow nearly as many like Instagram boobs as I used to. You know, there's a couple that just hold a special place in my heart. I have a few friends that send me boobs on the regular. You know, you can't say no. So my algorithm's just fucking tits, asses. And I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. But I'm like, why the fuck? Every single like fake ass, I'm like, I can tell it's fake. It's not attractive. What the fuck's wrong with you people, man? You know, I like fake boobs, but this is kind of ridiculous. There's just all these. I had an argument with a friend of mine about like, he was like, oh, it's not worse now in this day and age with like body shame issues or like looking beauty standards. It's not worse now because of the internet. It's the same as it ever was. And that was their argument. I'm like, that's crazy talk, man. It is so much worse than what it was. I feel like now that fucking Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, now you got to be fucking, you have fucking slamming ass and fucking big ass titties and fucking, you got to have TikTok video with a fuck ton of views. I mean, look at, I don't got fake titties, you know, yet. Ever. Never, ever. Man, That was the only reason I brought that story up, just so we could get the low down and dirty. But apparently, illegal ass injections, they're just like an at-home dentist, you know. Who knows if anything's gonna fucking happen to him. I wanted to investigate that more on the podcast, like I want to investigate this a little more on the podcast. I was really excited that I saw that there is a spin-off to and why is it that when it's TV it's a spin-off, when it's a movie it's a sequel? You know, why can't we say there's a sequel to that 70s show? I'm like, fuck yeah, man, that was one of my favorite shows, and I have never even watched it all the way through. I think I kind of tailed off the last few episodes. I probably missed multiple episodes per season. I just used to binge watch it when it was on like fucking TBS or some shit. But it's fucking hilarious, man. And I love that show a lot. And they're doing what I have wanted forever, because I have wanted in my head, in my way back in my head, in my brain. I'm like, I would love to see a movie. Maybe I can make it one of these days. But I want to see a Dazed and Confused style movie based in the 90s when I grew up. I want to see something like that, kind of just based on me and my fucking hoodlum ass friends. Like, that'd be fucking really fun, man. But that's Clerks, essentially. Like, that is that movie. I realized that not long ago. I'm like, that's fucking Clerks. That's my fucking Dazed and Confused. 100%. But I'm like, this spinoff for that 70s show is set in the 90s, and it does feature Red and Kitty as like the grandparents in that one town in Wisconsin, wherever the fuck they're at in Wisconsin. And I'm like, fucking sign me up, man. It is everything that I wanted, like any sort of sequel to that 70s show. Because I've thought about this before. I'm like, how fun would it be if they fucking came back and it's the 90s? I don't know how much original cast is coming back, but they did announce all of the teenagers on top of Red and Kitty, who is Deborah Jo Rupp and Kurtwood Smith. They're looking after Donna and Eric's grandkids, and I'm like, that's fucking kind of cool. I'll watch that shit all day, and I don't even watch shows anymore, but I'll watch the shit out of that. I think it's coming to Netflix. And I guess they got a few. Like, what did I watch? The Ranch. That was essentially that 70s show Western style up to a point with Sam Elliott, and it was one of the best fucking shows on Netflix. And then I haven't watched too many other sitcoms on Netflix. I'm just, for the most part, I'm like, why are you doing the sitcom style thing again? Like, you don't have to have the laugh track, the dumb-ish like sitcom style jokes, the stock jokes that people do. Like, you don't have to do that. You're on Netflix, man. This is not a network television show, but it really worked. As much as like I was like, I didn't know if I liked it with the Ranch. It did end up working because they used a lot of great fucking humor that I could relate to. They said things in a way I could understand them. Anyway, Netflix is doing that 90s show, so I bet it's going to be fucking uncensored and really goddamn funny, man. And I'm in. Sign me the fuck up. What else? Finally, or at least semi-finally, one of the last things I have on my little list here. Very, very briefly, yesterday, I was watching the Pro Bowl's skills competition, and I'm like, man, this is the fucking worst. First of all, the Pro Bowl's stupid. I bet I haven't watched a Pro Bowl game since like Barry Sanders played, because at some point I realized this is fucking stupid. These games suck. All this whole Pro Bowl thing is fucking stupid. They're not trying to win. Why the fuck are you even trying? Why are you playing? Cash money is the answer to that. But they're doing this Pro Bowl skills competition because they're trying to be like, the NBA with their all-star team or all-star weekend, and baseball's all-star weekend, and hockey's to an extent. But I was just like, they're doing this one thing where essentially it's a touchdown celebration competition where give your best fucking flip after you catch the ball as you're going into the end zone kind of fucking thing, and I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. I don't have anything at all against players celebrating touchdowns. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead, celebrate. Some of it's kind of fun, some of it's kind of stupid, whatever. It's your thing. The NFL, the no fun league, is 100% true. Like, you're supposed to be having fucking fun. Shut the fuck up about these guys celebrating. But I'm like, this is the dumbest skills competition ever. You're trying to like make it like the slam dunk competition. There is, first of all, nothing about that is gonna duplicate like the dunk contest. You know, I was trying to think of like what the equivalent in other sports to like a slam dunk would be, because I don't think there is one. I don't. There's just this. Is there the? I know. I feel like I know enough about like hockey and baseball. You know, stealing home might be kind of like the baseball alternative to that, to a dunk. Football, I don't fucking know, man. A fucking kickoff return, but it's like such a much longer period of time. And inside the park home run, yeah, there's a lot of anticipation to it, but it's not like one of those explosive fucking booyah fucking moments that you get with a dunk. You know, hockey could be just like a fucking breakaway goal or something, you know, or a fucking badass save or a fucking, you know, something. But the skills competitions in hockey are fun, but they're I don't think they have that many. They have the accuracy contest, shooting a puck. They have the slap shot contest, hardest shot. And then they have the speed contest, I think. They might have a couple other ones. But that always seemed kind of fun. The baseball skills competition, as far as I know, only have the home run derby. Is there another one? I feel like there is in baseball, the All-Star weekend. Then the Pro Bowl. I'm just like, this is fucking stupid, man. And then they're doing, or they probably already did, the NFL. They did this awards night. It looked like an awards night. I didn't watch it. Best catches and best fucking touchdowns or whatever. It's just like, man, stop. You got the Super Bowl coming up. People are fucking jazzed enough. That's the thing with like all these fucking sports leagues, man. Stop trying to make it so much more important than it is. Which is probably shitty to say. Of course they're going to try to make it a big deal. But well, I'm all right. All I want to do is watch the Super Bowl and then be done with football. Get ready for baseball season. No, there isn't going to be a baseball season, which I forget about. I forget that they're in the middle of a labor dispute because I barely pay attention to any fucking sports news right now. You know, I forget that they're in the middle of a labor dispute. Guys, I think that's going to be it for today on the What the Hell Everything podcast. Definitely thank you so much for joining me. Whether you're watching the video on the live stream, which again, April 1st, moving to Patreon exclusively for only $3 a month, patreon.com/we3 Smiths. If you're on Spotify, you know the deal. You know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't, Smitty. Maybe I needed you to tell me. But I just told you, patreon.com/we3 Smiths. Up right now. Check it out. A Rock and Roll Roundtable album review podcast. I just posted episode 2, season 3. So that's up right now on Spotify, the other audio platforms, and Patreon. And then, like I said, check out my reaction videos on the YouTube page, guys. And those are fun. Those are starting to do a little something. So I am going to go get ready for my regular full-time job. And you guys have a wonderful day. And we'll see you Wednesday as